I can jump on Senator Lummis's soapbox for a minute as well. No, look, I actually agree with a lot of what you said, starting with the need for the United States to maintain its leadership in AI, and to do so, we need the accompanying energy supply to continue to drive it. I've heard a lot from this administration and from a lot of people here in the Senate about all the above, all the above, all the above. And if that's the case, you're making the pitch for why nuclear has to be part of the mix. I'd also suggest that hydrogen, that not just wind in inland states like Wyoming and coastal states like California, but the added opportunities of coastal states for offshore wind ought to be supported and further invested in, not funds withdrawn as we're seeing by this administration. So if we're in agreement on that, let's continue to work together to make those appeals for continuing the smart investments that we've had. Now, to the subject at hand today, thank you to all the witnesses who are here. A little bit of a reminder for members of the committee and a benefit for those watching at home. The year was 1974 when Congress acted to dissolve the Atomic Energy Commission as it existed and separated its responsibilities between two bodies, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and what is now the Department of Energy, recognizing that one entity cannot and should not be charged with both the nuclear safety regulation of policymaking and decision-making, as well as promoting nuclear, because it creates a real, or at minimum, perceived conflict of interest, and it's important to maintain the public trust in these endeavors. But today we see DOJ staffers detailed to the NRC, but referring to themselves as DOE representatives, injecting themselves in the regulatory review, the NRC reorganization, and stating their intention for NRC to be a rubber stamp for DOE approvals. We also see the NRC being directed to create expedited pathways to approve DOE-tested reactor designs without revisiting DOE's analysis. This is a dangerous trend that I fear could have significant implications for the safety, back to your safe use, Senator Lummis, to the safety of our nuclear power industry, and more importantly, that the trust of the American people deserve to have in nuclear energy. As we all know, when it comes to anything related to nuclear and the public trust, once you break that trust, it is really, really hard to regain it. So my first question is for Chair Wright. How is this not a return to the once upon a time Atomic Energy Commission approach that combined both the regulation and promotion of nuclear?
So thank you, Senator. And I'm going to, while I'm answering your question, I'm going to correct something as well.
Please do.
The, working with DOE and working with DOD or any other agency is nothing new to the NRC. We've done this historically. Yes, we are the safety regulator. We have to be ready to review and license all comers. DOE, on the other hand, they can pick winners and losers. They are the promoter of all things energy. There's nothing that's really different now. Yes, they're over there helping implement 14300, but they're not directing that. We're working collaboratively with DOE on this, and in fact on the microreactor program that they're pushing now, we are actually going to be putting people at DOE to help do the reviews because they need our help.
So just building on that for a second, because you're right, there's been that collaboration and partnership before.
Right.
But from where we are now and going forward, would it be beneficial to have a formal MOU in place to clearly define the roles and responsibilities of each party?
We have an MOU with DOE. We've had it for years. And we're also looking at implementing an MOU with DOD.
Well, that's what I'm referring to. There's not one with DOD.
Yeah.
Would it be beneficial to have one?
We're working on that now.
What's a timetable that we can expect one, or at least a preliminary?
I'm going to have to get back to you about that. Our EDO's back here. I could probably find that out right after the hearing for you. But it's soon. They're talking about it now.
Okay, that'd be helpful to have. I know my time is running out. It does go by quickly, so I'll follow up with questions on other topics, including but not limited to seismic safety.
Yes, sir. And I just wanted to, for the record, let you know that rubber stamp comment that made the papers or whatever while I was out, I was in that meeting. What wasn't reported is how we pushed back and said we don't rubber stamp anything at the NRC. We're not going to put our name on anything we haven't reviewed and accepted and proven to be safe. And DOE, their two gentlemen who were there, agreed wholeheartedly with that. So the pushback was made.
Okay, well, appreciate the pushback. We'd love to get it documented and especially see the administration's respect for that check and balance. Thank you.